Hello everybody, Sean here, and we're looking at Neshandra, the final boss of Dark Souls 2. And before going into the fight, be aware that there are multiple summon signs you can take advantage of before going in. Now, you do have to have spoken to these NPCs multiple times, and made sure you have spoken to all the different instances where they will appear to get them to this point. If not, although it is currently unconfirmed, it is highly suspected they will not appear there if you miss some of their conversations. But once you get into the fight, Neshandra has three main attacks, and you will see them all in this video. The first one is the fountains, I guess, the globes you see hovering around her. Those are cursed globes. If you get near them, you'll get cursed. Being cursed, if you're a human, can be a big deal because you're going to lose quite a bit of your health. But if you're already a hollow who is already at their maximum of either 50% or 75% health, then being cursed doesn't really matter. And you can see I'm just liberally running into the curses because I really don't care. Now, the other thing about being cursed is it does act as a poison effect. It's very brief, but it's a pretty potent poison, so obviously you don't want to just run through it all willy-nilly, constantly being cursed. But again, it's not a huge issue if you get cursed once in a while. Her second attack, boom, right on time, is the laser beam out of her hand, her own form of the Kamehameha wave, I suppose. It is pretty powerful if it hits you. It probably won't one-shot you, but will do a ton of damage, so if you're not at 100% health, very likely you will go down from that. And then her third attack is just the basic swinging of her scythe. Sometimes it's a back and forth, sometimes it's an overhead attack. Most of those can be blocked with a shield. Overhead attacks tend to go behind shields, so do keep that in mind. But how do you want to fight her? Well, if you have your friends in there with you, any summons, you can just kind of zerg her down. She's weak to fire. She also takes a little extra damage from magic, but isn't particularly weak to it. So if you could just zerg her down with like 2 or 3 phantoms, NPC or player characters, especially if it's player characters who happen to be pyromancers or they have fire-enhanced weapons, you will kill her very, very quickly. If you are by yourself, as I am, then you just want to loop her in this attack pattern you're seeing. You approach her, hit her a few times, then back away, and she'll do one of two things. Well, she'll do one of 3 things, but all of them are going to be good for you. She'll either overhead swing the axe because you're or her scythe. She'll overhead swing the scythe because you're so close, which you're already backing away, so it won't hit you. She'll summon the globes, which doesn't matter because who cares if you're cursed, so you can just start swinging away while she's doing that. Or the third thing she'll do is she'll fire the laser beam. If she fires the laser beam, that's even better because she's got to stay stationary through all that. So, and you'll see me get her into that pattern again here momentarily. And it's really, really easy to take advantage of. Again, the only thing to keep an eye on is the overhead swing can go through your shield, so if you're too close. And this is something you've surely noticed at this point, but mobility is key. Rolling is always better than actually blocking attacks, so just roll around. And again, get her locked in that laser beam cycle. You saw her employ one new attack. She seems to only use that when she gets low on health, and it's kind of like a dark explosion that radiates from her body. It's powerful, but again, it probably won't one-shot you, and if you do this pattern where you go in, swing a couple times, and back away, it won't even hit you because you'll already be out of range. And you can see me, again, about that attack pattern. Just go in, hit her, back off, and she'll repeat the same attacks over and over. But there you go, the final boss of Dark Souls 2. I hope this helps you out. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.